$20 million. 20 mil. House on the hill. A Lamborghini in the driveway. Fly first class both ways. Both ways. See the world when I want to. When I want shopping sprees when I want to. When investments with interest a show do. That'll do. $5,000 on the hotel stay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Ziggy Eats show. Guess who we have here today?
Hi guys, how are you?
After so many months, so many years, so many decades, she's finally back with us.
You're exaggerating, so stop.
Long time waiting.
I was on that car bang video you did, that was just a couple weeks ago.
8 months ago?
That was just a couple weeks ago, so stop. Hey y'all, how you doing? Hope you guys are doing good. I missed you guys. It's been quite a while since I've sat at the table. Well, yeah, it's been a very long time since I sat at the table because the other one was actually in the car. So, yeah. So tell them, what are we doing today?
Have a pizza party.
And?
We're going to do a review on our trip.
Yes.
European trip.
So first, I want to thank you guys, those of you that actually watched all the videos.
Yes, thank you so much.
It was actually a couple of videos, maybe 6, 7 videos, quite a few.
Quite a few, good long trip.
Some of them got really good views,
yes.
So I really do appreciate that. Those of you who, I hope you all enjoyed,
yes.
watching us on vacation. We're not really good at vlogging and videoing while we're on vacation. So there's a lot of stuff that was really missed.
We'll get better.
Yeah. The thing is, we like to enjoy the moment,
yes, correct.
And I feel like when you're constantly behind the camera and trying to capture everything,
you don't enjoy it.
Yeah, you kind of miss out on stuff, So, yeah, there's a lot that we do, actually.
That's why we're here, to review.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got a pizza, and we're going to eat, and we're going to talk. Yes, his favorite. What do we have on the pizza? We have salami. We have regular Genoa salami.
Yes.
We have and a peppered salami with onions, and then we've got half of it with pineapple.
I don't know why she put that in there.
Well, I had a really beautiful fresh pineapple, and my best friend, her favorite pizza.
Your best friend.
Stop it. She likes pepperoni, onions, and pineapple. And I just figured I would give it a try, so I put it on half of it just to see how it is. And y'all know I'm not a pizza person, but
I am.
Whatever.
We never eat pizza because she thinks it's not a food.
Exactly. All right, so let's dig in.
Yes.
Let's dig in. Which one should I go
Very
for?
hot. Just came out of the oven.
Yeah, it's homemade, by the way, guys. I made it. I kind of messed up on the dough. I knew it the moment that I was doing it that the dough was wrong, but I didn't do what I needed to do to correct it. I just thought it would correct itself. It was just a mess. So we don't like thick crust, and this actually came out as a thick crust. We like thin.
That's good.
But we'll see. It's very spongy. It's giving focaccia vibes. But
yeah,
it is what it is, guys. It's pizza. Not that bad. So do you want to start with the review? What are we starting with?
the whole trip.
No, from the beginning. You go ahead. You start.
Okay. Surprise any day. You woke up in the morning.
Stop it.
All right. The first stop was
Budapest.
Budapest. Okay. It was the food's good, you know.
Well,
it was very good.
Hold on, not to cut you off.
Oh.
But let's start with the airline that we flew on.
Yeah.
So, just a little backstory. I've never flown Iberia Airlines before, but I actually had tickets with them before COVID happened for a trip to Portugal for my friend's birthday. we had been to Portugal before. We love it there, so she wanted to go back for her birthday. COVID hit, so we had to cancel, and Iberia gave us a credit. They extended it until this year and added extra credit onto it. So I decided to use that to purchase tickets, and they had a really, really cheap fare. I think like $200 or something was the fare. And because it was so cheap, before we flew, we decided to upgrade to business class.
Yeah, even more comfortable.
Yeah, and it was actually a really good price for the upgrade. It was what, like $300 each to upgrade to business class. So we did that. And normally when you fly business class, you get access to the business class lounge and stuff like that. And it was just not.
The thought of it, idea, but was good. You're like, oh, getting into experience, but it was not good. Stuff was not working. Television, the remote was not working. Different things was just not going right.
Yeah, because they actually offer complimentary Wi-Fi when you're
No
flying.
Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi the entire flight. We flew from New York, so the flight was a little over 8 hours.
Well, from here to New York.
Well, we stayed in New York overnight, so we're not counting that. But the flight to Europe was actually originating from New York. And I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was a little bit over 8 hours. And typically on like a long flight like that, they'll serve you like 2 full meals. And like a full course of meals. And the food that they served was cold.
Yeah, not good.
And I'm like, the meal, I think we have pictures. The meal, I'll drop it if I remember, looks like an economy class meal, did not look like business class.
Not at all.
At all. There's usually a big difference in how the meal looks, and it was cold, like from refrigerator cold. I got the beef, and it was tough. And I should have expected this.
I got a pasta, and it was just okay.
Yeah, you didn't eat it. And going into this, I saw a lot of reviews on people saying that Iberia has the worst business class ever. Do not do Iberia business class. So I'm like, let me just try it for myself. They were absolutely right. Not worth the money. But yeah, I just wanted to tell y'all about that. Y'all know what happened with my luggage.
Yeah.
A whole mess. Because we booked a ticket from Madrid to Budapest, but it was booked separately. So because it was not booked together, once we landed in Madrid, we actually had to collect our luggage and go back and check in all over again, which we did.
What are you doing?
I'm pulling my pizza apart.
What?
Because I want to. Yeah, so we had to collect our luggage in Madrid and check it in again. And we had just like an hour. So it was a mad rush. And in the rush of collecting our luggage, it seems as though there was someone else on the flight that had exactly the same luggage as mine. Exactly the same.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And that person accidentally took my bag. I didn't know it at the moment because when I got there, most of the other bags were already gone. And it was just that one bag that looked exactly like my bag. So I assumed it was my bag. And my sister grabbed it. We didn't look at the tag or anything. But apparently that person mistakenly took my bag and left their bag. So the bag that I took was the other person's bag. And when we boarded the flight to Budapest, while we're on board waiting for the flight to take off for everyone else to get on, I get a call from Iberia luggage department saying that they have my bag. It's not on the plane. I'm like, what the hell?
They were speaking Spanish, so I took the call.
Yeah, since you spoke to them, you tell them.
So I was like, okay, so bring it over here. They're like, no, we can't bring it. Like, so what's gonna happen? So the flight attendant got involved. She was speaking to them, and they said once we got off the plane, that we had to go fill something out, and then it will be delivered to us.
Yeah.
It was just frustrating.
So once we arrived in Budapest, I had to find the Iberia counter for baggage claim, let them know what happened. And the language barrier was a struggle, but we made it through. And needless to say, they didn't take ownership of it. They said it was not their fault, so I actually had to pay them to bring my luggage to the hotel, which is fine. I'm okay with that. It really wasn't their fault. And yeah, I wound up getting my bags 3 days later. Like the day before we were scheduled to leave Budapest. So I was in Budapest for 3 days without any luggage at all. Wearing the same thing, same everything for 3 days. And we got it literally the night before we were scheduled to go to Vienna, because we were leaving for Vienna at 7 a.m. the next morning.
Yeah, thankfully.
So that was an experience in of itself. But Budapest, for me, I enjoyed it.
Me too. I think I will go again, because there is things that we didn't get to see and do.
Yeah. Quite a few things we didn't get to see and do. I don't mind that we went in the winter.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Budapest is like unseasonably warm. When it's like 40 degrees, it actually feels like 60.
Yeah, it wasn't that cold.
Yeah, which is weird, because when we got to Vienna's 40 felt like 20, you know? While Budapest, their 40 felt like 60.
You guys want to do a food tour? Do not do a food tour we did.
Oh, yeah.
It was not a good food tour.
That was a mess.
Very bad.
Yeah. We were supposed to do like a street food tour, but then it started raining that day and stuff, so we wound up doing an indoor tour at the Central Market. The guy who was our guide, he was friendly, not the most knowledgeable, because we asked him a couple of things and he didn't really know.
He was very young.
Yeah. It was just not what we're used to. Because one of the things we always do when we travel is we always book a street food tour. And usually they're fantastic.
Yeah.
This one, was not it at all.
Yeah. I was not feeling it. Like, where's the food?
Yeah. Well, you saw the video.
Yeah.
We did film as much as we could to show you stuff, but in reality, we only had like 3 tastings. Yeah, that day. So, but Budapest overall is I wouldn't say it's an exciting city. It's more laid back, but it's nice, and there's things to do there and to see. Would you go back?
Yes, because like I said, there's a few things we didn't get to do and see. So yes, for a short time.
Yeah. Like.
Would you?
Yeah. We wanted to go to the ruin bars.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance to do that. And the ruin bars are basically like abandoned buildings.
And also the Jewish, the sea.
Yeah. Abandoned buildings that they restored and turned into bars, which is great. They have a memorial there dedicated to the Holocaust that we wanted to see. Didn't get a chance to see that either. So yeah, just a few things that we wanted to see that we didn't get an opportunity to. But we ate some good food. We had authentic goulash, which, you know, is nothing like the American goulash that we know. So that was
should
great.
try making one day in a homemade goulash.
Yeah, that was great.
And the other one too. The flap dough.
We had langouche.
Yeah, langouche.
And we had, you guys should know, as foodies, most of the people watching this, I'm assuming you're a foodie. should know who Anthony Bourdain is.
Yes.
We had langosh at one of his favorite spots.
May he rest in peace.
And the langosh is basically a flatbread. It's basically made from like pizza dough, but it's not baked like a pizza is. It's fried, crunchy, crispy. And they spread like a garlic spread on it, and then sour cream and just cheese.
Yeah.
That's
You can put
it.
anything, but that's like the basic, classic, traditional.
Yeah. It's delicious. It's great. From there, we went to Vienna. Do you want to
Vienna,
talk about Vienna?
Yeah, Vienna is beautiful, especially like shopping. I mean, we all enjoy like the shopping part, and very nice to learn like hear about history. That was the first day we got there. We took a tour, learned a lot, and then we went shopping. It was just beautiful. Like, yeah, we got it coming back with an empty suitcase and just shop.
Yeah, if you guys are shoppers and if you like name brand stuff,
That's the place.
and the prices is very affordable. It's a
Excellent.
lot less expensive
Yes,
than what you would get here in the U.S.
yes,
That's the place to go shopping. Like, go with the empty luggage,
beautiful. Yes, and get yourself
go to Vienna,
a few stuff.
and you can hit up all the name brand places if you're into that. You know,
Get
they
yourself some
got
Christmas gifts.
Gucci, Fendi,
Yes,
Valentino,
you name it, they
Versace.
got it.
You
Great
name
prices.
it, you got it, and the prices are excellent.
Yes.
And the people are friendly. It's a very modern looking city. I love the way they dress.
Me too.
Yeah, you see a lot of the ladies that they're in like nice, beautiful dresses and wearing sneakers. See a lot of that. I thought that look was like so cute.
Yeah.
Love it.
There, I would definitely go back. I think we all want to go right there.
The men, they dress like real smart, really nice.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about like suit and tie or anything like that. Casual, but they just look really nice.
Yeah.
One of the things that I thought was like so weird and unique, but when you think about it, it's like kind of cool. I don't know if you've ever watched people go like snowboarding or
I think
skiing.
yeah.
Skiing, yeah, that's what
That
I'm
was
looking
weird
for.
to me, but-
That's not skiing, and they have the ski sticks on the streets of Vienna. There are literally people, young and old, walking down the street with ski sticks.
No snow. There's no snow. They were just walking with ski sticks. That was so strange.
So many places.
But we learned it's good for your what you call it, maneuver, your
Your
bones,
mobility.
density.
So yeah, we did ask someone like, what's the deal with people going for a regular walk around the block with ski sticks? There's no snow. And she told us that they do it because it's good for your spine alignment. And typically when most people are just walking, you're not using your hands. So this gives you like a full body workout. People do it just to say
Makes sense. It's good for your heart, good, good for your overall. But it's just so weird.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be doing it.
It's weird to see. I'm like,
Imagine walking down Texas with skis.
I know. In the middle of, hot ass Texas with ski sticks. That's gonna be weird. But for them it's normal. It's like it's nothing. But I understand the thought process behind it. So going back to Vienna, it's definitely a must.
Yeah.
We plan to just go with empty bags.
Yes.
And
definitely.
like $1,000 each and just go shopping
Yes.
and stuff like that. And the food is good. Their main thing is like schnitzel and sausages and
there's amusement park. You guys gotta go there. Check it out.
I think we showed you.
Yeah.
There's so much more to the amusement park that we were like in awe of a lot of stuff. We honestly didn't get to take a lot of video and pictures, as you said before. But what was it called? The Procter amusement park?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I think there's parts for adults, for kids. You can just leave them there. You go your way.
Abandon your kids?
Yeah, abandon. Drop them off.
Yeah. So it's definitely a fun city. I don't know if I would say it's one of those cities you'd go on vacation with your kids. Maybe in the wintertime, because they're known for having the most amazing Christmas markets.
Yeah.
And if you have kids that like snowboarding and skiing and stuff like that, that would be great. But it's a very adult and sophisticated city, in my opinion.
Well, I didn't need to mention the driving.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
These
They
people
go-
are going 16 to 35.
Not only that, but they drive really close, and they'll just cut you in, and they'll be like car by car.
Yeah. Because the streets are very narrow. They're small streets, and most of the cars are small cars. It's not like Texas where everyone's got a big ass truck, So they're like small cars, and
You know how the rule, the law, and they always say leave some space between, between you and the other car.
No, they're
Over
bumper
there,
to
no,
bumper.
bumper to bumper. Toot, 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 toot,
yeah.
toot.
Over there, I think the speed limit is just a suggestion.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And no one's getting
Recommendation, suggestion, but
yeah, no one's getting pulled over. It's absolutely insane. We were driving in the car and we're like holding on for dear life, and we're praying like, God, just let me get to that hotel in one piece.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and that was not just Vienna. That was also in Madrid.
Yeah,
it was,
everywhere.
not Madrid, Budapest.
Budapest, yeah.
Yeah, Madrid wasn't that
let's
bad
move on to
with the
Madrid.
driving. But yeah, so that was Vienna. We really, really enjoyed Vienna, and we'll definitely be going back. Madrid, we were there just as a brief little stopover, like on our way back home, because we didn't want to have to do a connecting flight in one day, so we spent like a day and a half.
I'm not a fan of
In
Madrid.
Madrid.
I'm not a fan of Madrid. We've been to Barcelona before, and I definitely prefer Barcelona. But I was surprised.
Not to cut you up. Madrid is the capital of Spain, so this is our second time going to Spain. And as you said, we've been to Barcelona before, and I think we spent 4 or 5 days in Barcelona.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed it. Barcelona's a fantastic city.
Yeah.
But this was our first time going to the capital, to Madrid. And like he said, continue.
Yeah, and the way they speak is very hard for me that speak Spanish to understand. Like when we went to Barcelona, I could understand them. But people in Madrid, I was like, it was very hard. What I was surprised was that we found a Peruvian restaurant where food was delicious in Madrid. I was like, what? It was delicious.
Yeah. Authentic
Peruvian.
Peruvian food. It was
Delicious.
just
Yeah.
amazing.
In Madrid.
Yeah.
We found an Argentine restaurant on the last day. It was pretty good.
That was great too. The thing is, the area that we stayed in was an extremely touristy area. A lot going on. Lots of pedestrian streets. Lots of people in the streets. Lots of tourists and stuff like that. So subsequently, a lot of the restaurants in the area weren't necessarily authentic Spanish food. They had a lot of fast food. They had Starbucks and McDonald's and and stuff
you guys
like.
found in our videos, we also show you some fast food, food, right? And it's always good to try fast food, in other countries. Like I went to a Starbucks. The menu is very different. I tried this drink. It was so good. Brand new drink that just came out. When we came back to the U.S., I was looking for it. They didn't have it.
Really?
You know?
So that was basically why we wound up at a Peruvian place and an Argentinian place. And we didn't have any, really authentic Spanish food there. Well, with the exception of when we went to Mercado de San Miguel.
Oh, yeah.
Which is probably the most famous, I'm not going to call it a market, although it's called a market.
Yeah.
More like a food hall.
It's a little pricey, to tell you the truth, but I mean,
little
everything
bit.
was really good.
Yeah, there you could get authentic tapas. Tapas are small bites.
Yeah.
And they're known for that in Spain. So we did that and had quite a few. That was probably the most authentic Spain food we had.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that was it.
Then coming back, again, same airline, Iberia, bad experience. Like I said, just overall, the flight was uncomfortable. And then the agent, you know, just the way he was with us. You know, I was like, no, I'm going to report him. I took his information. I was like, yeah. I just wasn't happy with the airline. I told her, we're not flying this airline again.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend Iberia to anyone.
Besides the airline, it's also the hotel where you stay, the Marriott.
No, let's not blame the Marriott. Marriott is a very nice hotel. I love the Marriott. There's a lot of different hotels that fall under the Marriott umbrella. We stayed at a Renaissance hotel, and the other hotels we stayed at was great, but the Renaissance just had a lot of issues, which it doesn't even make sense for us to get into it. But yeah, that one just had a lot of issues. But overall, we had a good trip. We were gone for, what, like 11, 12 days or something? 12, 13 days?
It was well-deserved, you know. Worked really hard.
Yeah, this is like our first big vacation since COVID hit.
Yeah.
The last vacation we did was a cruise right as...
No, it was a family trip to Puerto Rico.
Well, no, I'm talking about like a big European trip. Well, that wasn't even European, but like a big extended trip.
Sure.
Was the cruise at January of 2020.
Yeah.
And then by
right
March...
Right at that moment when it was starting.
Yeah, by February, March of 2020, everything was shut down.
Yeah.
So this was like our first big extended... We've done small 3 and 4 day trips in between, but first extended vacation since COVID. So guys, again, thank you so much for... This is a long video. Thank you so much for... watching the series, watching all the videos. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Comment and let us know your suggestion for our next big trip or next vacation.
Coming up below, if you want her to keep stopping by.
Yes, if you want me to keep stopping by. One thought that I had, I think would be like...
You had a thought? Yo, she had a thought.
Guys, do you see why? I was thinking like it would be great to like put together like a big foodie YouTube trip, and have like a bunch of the different YouTubers who are into food, like go on that trip together. What do you think?
Yeah,
guys,
awesome.
Yeah, guys, comment and let me know if that's something that you guys would be interested in.
For.
Yeah, there's like so many places that's known for like amazing food, cheap food.
Yes.
Our favorite place,
YouTube
Thailand.
Food tour.
A YouTube food tour.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, yeah, let us know what you think, guys. That's it.
That's it, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Love you. See you. No, just kidding. Comment down below. Thank you for always being there for us. Share us out. Give us thumbs up. Hit the button. Make sure you're notified. If you're not, make sure you are. And
if you haven't been getting our notifications, I would say turn off the notification, then turn it back on, or unsubscribe, then resubscribe to reactivate the whole thing.
Troubleshooting thing when you have a problem with anything.
Yeah. Turn it off and then turn it back on.
Yeah. Uninstall it, reinstall it.
Yeah.
Throw out the window, bring it back, another one. That's what some of my customers just uninstall it and reinstall it. It'll start working again.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Love you guys.
Bye.
$20 million, 20 mil, house on the hill, a Lamborghini in the driveway.